Hey everybody, today we're going to be making a bot on Azure, and we're going to be making a chatbot, and we're going to be hosting it on our own website. So as you can see, Azure's provided their own example on a chatbot by UPS. Do you know if my package has arrived? And then this is all automated. There's no actual person helping here. So basically, this is what a bot would be like with all the questions and answers at its disposal. So we're going to be creating our own. So we're going to be using Azure for this chat. So you're going to have to make a free account for this. So if you don't already have an account, I'll send a link in the description which can get you started. But if you have an account, then you should be at this page, portal.azure.com. So let's get started. So first, what we're going to do, we're going to simply type Q&A maker in the search bar above, and just click on Q&A maker under marketplace. And so then we insert all the details. So we need to make a resource group, Q&A bot, COVID. So because the bot I'm making is going to have data from COVID, and I'll send the link to my source in the description box below. I feel like I should also mention that there's going to be no coding involved in this. We're going to host it onto a website, but we're going to be using Google Sites. You can easily use HTML. But if you want a link to send to your friends, you can either buy a domain or you can use Google Sites. So I'm using Google Sites for this tutorial just to make life easier, but this is technically even meant for HTML. We're embedding HTML code onto Google Sites. So we made our resource group here. We have our location, just keep it as wherever you want. It doesn't really affect too much. Try keeping it near to where you live just so it's faster slightly. So we're going to name it Q-Bot COVID. And I'm going to select the pricing tier as free. Yeah, keep in mind this is going to be completely free, okay? So even if you have a pay-as-you-go account, this doesn't cost money to make unless you buy a domain, in which case it will cost money. So then we have our search location, East US, search pricing tier, free again, app name Q&A bot COVID. If this is taken, just name it like Q&A bot, awesome bot or something. But in my case, it's not taken, so it's good. And then we're going to disable this because we don't need it. Review and create, and we're going to create it. So now that our deployment is complete, we just need to click go to resource, and then it'll take you to the quick start place. And in case it doesn't, under resource management, click quick start, and then under the number 2, click Q&A maker portal. So next, we're going to connect our Q&A service to a knowledge base that we're going to make, and this knowledge base is going to be where all our data goes. So we're going to have our directory ID where we made it. So just select the first thing that comes up. On your case, should connect. Select your Azure subscription. Select the bot you just made. And then select. So sometimes there will be a message that pops up saying like something about like endpoints. And it's not like working. And it will like restart. It will come in 10 minutes. So sometimes that happens. Sometimes it doesn't. So, I guess you can just take a break and wait for the 2 minutes, or like occasionally refresh. Like last time this happened to me, I only had to wait like a minute until it started working again. So after this is made, you name your knowledge base. I'll just name it Q&A bot COVID. And so now I'm gonna add data from my own source, and this step is optional. You can if you really want to, you can manually create your own questions and your own answers. But I'm going to just take a source. So I'll link this source in the description. So I'll just type coronavirus. Here, there we go. Copy and paste. And it's official one is from the CDC. So then if you want like sample, there's many different ones, good templates that they offer, professional, friendly, witty, caring, enthusiastic. But I'm going to say none, just so that the other answers don't interfere with our file here. And then we're going to create. So while this is loading, I just want to mention, we're making a chatbot here, but not necessarily a Q&A bot. But basically, by this, they basically sort of mean a chatbot. Like, it is basically a question and answer bot, which I guess is sort of the same thing as a chatbot. Okay, so now that it's completed, we see all the questions here, and so all of these questions, and so we can test this. And it's actually pretty smart. If we just type in, there's no question called COVID-19. But if we type in COVID-19, it will give some information on COVID-19, which is actually pretty cool. If we type exactly what is COVID-19, and you'll notice I spelled it wrong. and then it provides this for information of what you need to know about COVID-19. And it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. And usually you might want to answer your answers manually, like I'm doing here. And yeah, and some other things, like if you want to have but this is really good at exact questions. Like for example, as you can see here, I won't type it word for word, that'll be too frustrating. Why is it called? And so there we go, that's our answer. So let's try adding our own manual pair. So all you do, it's really simple. All you do is add Q&A pair. And so you just add something like who created this bot, and then Namish Bansal. And so who is your master? Or you can add alternative phrasing. That'll link to the same answer. So yeah, you can add whatever questions you want. So then this is our bot. It's pretty good, and we can test that out. So we need to save it. So it's not perfect, but the better you train it, the more questions you feed into it, the more questions it has to work with. So the better it'll become. But notice it is still pretty smart. So if I just type in master, it will just show Namish Bansal, even though it didn't explicitly type who is your master. So it's pretty smart in that scenario. It's not perfect, but it can get better. So now that our bot is finished, we can go publish it. So we just click publish, rather simple. And notice how this isn't actually a bot. It's more just like a knowledge base. It has a testing feature built in it, but it's not really a bot. It's just like a little question and answer page. So, but now we can link it to an actual bot using Azure Bot Service. So we click on Create Bot, and so I'll just leave the handles that you can change it to whatever you want. I'll keep it the same resource group as before, Q&A bot COVID, West US. Pricing tier, change it to free if you want to keep it as free. Q&A bot, COVID bot, SDK language. Now this authentication key was already filled out for you, which is great. And so the app service plan, turn off application insights, and create. And so from here it's pretty simple. So we just click go to resource. Then we get our channels under settings, next to configuration and speech priming. Then so as you can see here, you can actually connect this bot to loads of different things. You can connect it to your Alexa, you can connect it to email, you can connect it to Facebook, you can connect it to Skype. They have loads of options. But here, we're just gonna embed the HTML onto our Google Sites web page. And so to do that, we click Get Bot Embed Codes, with the link. And so keep the tab open because these secret keys are actually important. And we just copy it here. And so we go to Google Sites, start with a new site. We're gonna call it Corona Chatbot. Corona Chatbot. So from here on, we're almost done. We click on Embed, Embed Code, Control V, or that. And so now we take this your secret here and we erase it. Then we get our code. Either one's fine. Don't take notes on this. There we go. And it's that simple. So here we have it. And so we insert it. And there we go. So now we're going to click publish. Corona Chatbot. Somehow that's available. I don't understand why that's available, but it is. And you can make your own custom URLs and you can manage the settings here, but I'm just going to click publish, view. And you can make this fancy with your HTML, or you can like literally just make the site on HTML, embed it onto here, or you can make it fancy using Google Sites itself. So here we have our Corona Chatbot. So we can try testing it. Like just type what is, and it gives you information. How to social distance. Should I quarantine? And so we get all this information. Now we're going to try something like that we added, like who is your master? Okay, let's try who is your creator? Oh, okay. So as you can see, that didn't work. So we can always re-add the answer back to our Q&A bot in our knowledge base. So let's go back to our knowledge base and we'll click on this, the link. And then, so if we add who is your creator. So now let's try it out here. So we have to save and train. So now let's try it out again. So let's refresh our site. So let's say who is your creator. And it doesn't work because we have to publish it. So we click on publish and we just publish it again. And since everything is linked through the Azure bot service, we can be able to do it. So let's wait. Okay, so it's connected, so we don't even need to refresh our page. We can just type who is your creator here, and it'll provide it. So yeah. So I found this cool diagram just so that you can get a picture of what's happening behind the scenes. So this part here is our device. And so this is all, these 4 things here are all in Azure in the same resource group. So we didn't use application insights for our tutorial. We just used these 3. So this was the Q&A maker that we made first when we added our knowledge base. And this was like where the language understanding. The knowledge base was basically this. So it can understand that after we type this, it's supposed to type this. And like if we type something even similar to this, then also it will type that only. And that's the language understanding part of this. And then this knowledge base here connected to the bot, of which we connected to our website using the channel page. So, yep, that's it. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please let me know. I mean, you don't have to, but let me know if you found this tutorial helpful in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found the video helpful. Bye.